We have 9 days left in the transfer window, a little bit of money in the bank due to player sales, and I don't think we're going to be making any more moves unless someone pops up that I must absolutely have to have. And seeing as how I already got that player this transfer window, I don't think that's going to happen. Today, though, it's a Copa del Rey match, and hopefully, going forward, a stay near the top of the table. My name's FM20, and it's time to get Réal. So we've made one additional signing since last episode, and that is David De La Vibora, who is a small 5'7", well, not exactly tiny, 140 pounds, isn't tiny, for a person who's 5'7", player who can play defensive left back and defensive right back. I needed a guy I could stick on the bench and have him come in and take either position if it became necessary. Comes to us from Real Madrid's B team, Real Madrid Castilla. He's a good player. He's quick, he's pacey, he has absolutely no jumping reach whatsoever. Technically, he's solid where it counts. Mentally, he's solid where it counts. Doesn't really excel in any one area, but he's not bad in any one area. For 350,000 euros for a guy who is a squad player, 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, which he'll probably never see because he's 23 years old. So he'll probably top out 3.5, maybe 4 stars if he gets a decent amount of playing time. But for the moment, he's going to be on the bench as my primary replacement for either my defensive left back or defensive right back. And for 350,000 euros, I think we got a really good deal. Since the last episode, we have been on an absolute tear. Charles-Élie Mathis had a hat-trick's worth of goals against Villarreal. We beat them 3-1. 12 shots, 6 on target for us, huge possession advantage. He was just absolutely on fire this game, and everybody else had a pretty solid game as well. A couple of defenders have been kind of slacking off a little bit, but I think that's more of the fact we had a lot of games in a short amount of time, so they were never really match fit going into it. And it's not one of those things where I have like some U19 games to keep them match fit and stuff like that too, because they'll be exhausted come time to play the regular games. Against Villarreal, oh, that was the Villarreal match. Against Deportivo, we shut them out 3-0. Magishak, a penalty kick. Mathis, another goal. Cesar, his first goal in La Liga play in the 88th minute. 19 shots, 9 on target, a huge possession advantage for us again. We absolutely abused Tekpede to the point that the opposing team had to get him off the field. Otherwise, he was going to make even more mistakes. Deportivo just did not have a good game. And on the other hand, we had a really solid game. Nunez finished on an 8-5, and he still wasn't player of the match. That went to Mathis, who had a really good game. He, unfortunately, twisted his ankle. So he's out for the next couple weeks, which is why I don't know why those are going down. FM's been acting weird lately with all the training and stuff like that I've been doing. Some things are going down, some things are going up. Maybe I'm not concentrating on something properly. It's something I'm gonna have to look at this off season. Frankly, it's getting to the point now where part of me just says leave the training to my assistant and go from there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Today, we are playing Betis, who are 2 points behind us now in La Liga in our Copa del Rey match. It's the 3rd round. The board wants us to get to the 4th round, so I would like us to get past these guys. I think if we don't, the board may not be exactly upset, but they're not going to be happy either. Currently in La Liga, we've played 21 matches. Our 40 goals scored are 3rd highest. Our 28 goals allowed are 9th best. Our 54 yellow cards are 1st in the league. Of course they are. We do have a couple players moving here in the near future, but I'm not going to highlight those until they've actually left. I don't believe that has happened yet. No, because I talked about Ruiz and Matano going to Valladolid last episode. I think the other thing I'm finding interesting, as my camera got moved again somehow, what the heck? I think the other thing I find interesting is that Sirac is still unhappy, but anytime there's an offer for him to come in, or anytime there's been an offer for him to go to another team, he has absolutely no interest in talking to them. So he's unhappy, but he wants to stay here. So we've got Van Berkel in goal, Serac, Lukeba, Messick, and Nunez as our defensive back four. Sinkshire and Matashak as our midfielders. Yada and Smilkovic as our attacking midfielders. Cesar and Traore up top as the strikers. Cesar plays a really good pressing forward, especially on the attack. So that's where we're playing him at. And they're both right-footed, but I don't know. If it's one of those cases where I have to switch them back around, because Traore's been playing on the left because Ruiz and Matasovic have been playing on the right. We'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it as the game goes on. Oh, highlight in the first minute. Sinkshire off the throw-in from Nunez. Drops it off to Cesar. He tries passing, goes right to Nunez, though. He takes a shot, but it goes right to Vandro. Goal kick from Vandro up to Cherlinov. No idea what happened there, but okay. It's like he kicked the ball and it went way, way backwards. Vallejo off the pass. Rober gets the drop from Rios. He sends it over to Joku, who's dispossessed by Yada. Drives forward, takes the shot, but he pushes it wide left. Nunez on the throw-in. Smilkovic, Matashak sends it up into space. Cherlinov ends up with it. Joku back to Luis for Bettis. Polacco, Joku all the way back to Vandro. Out to Rios on the right. He stops it from going out of bounds, centers it to Joku, who gives it back to Rios, charging forward. On the right side, holds it up, tries crossing it in, but there's no one in a Bettis uniform there for Van Berkel to worry about, so he picks the ball out of the air. Holds it up, sends it towards Traore. Nice first touch. Oh, Vandro got a hand on it, but it went off of him and in for the goal. That was a powerful shot. And Berkel gets the assist. Traore chests the ball down, and from the top of the box, hits it so hard that even though Vandro almost falls down on top of it, the ball squirts through and into the back of the net. Nunez on the throw-in to Majashak. Back to Nunez. He drops it off to Smilkovic, who's in the box. Drops it off to Cesar, who takes the shot but misses. Majashak takes the shot and hits the crossbar and it goes out of bounds. Van Berkel taps it up to Messick. Smilkovic heads it down to Traore. He's between three defenders. Cesar one touches it over to Smilkovic. Breaks right in the box. He holds it up. Gives the ball back to Majashak. Yada to Sarek in the box, driving, takes the shot, but it goes right to Vandro. End of the half is coming up. It's been really good for us. 15 shots, 6 on target. They've had the possession advantage, but it really hasn't worked out for them. We've had 6 shots on target to their 3, which has been nice. How many have been clear-cut chances? We have 3 clear-cut chances and 4 half chances. Wait, how can we have a total of 7 clear-cut and half chances, but only have 6 on-shot targets? Does the woodwork hit not count as on target? That's strange. Sinkshire sends it into the box. Cesar's there, and he heads it in for the goal. Well done, Helio. Rios to Joku on the throw-in. Up to Robert. He drives forward. Jada gets in front of him and he gives the ball away to Lukeba. Sarek ends up with it. Over to Sinkshire. Up in space. Cesar behind the defenders. Crosses it for Traore. Nice. A goal and an assist. Traore, a brace of goals. Now what we are going to do, it's almost 60 minutes. We're going to make a couple of changes here. Majashak is going to come off. He's had quite a few mistakes today. And we're going to bring on Andrade. No, we're going to bring on Gregera. He has also had some mistakes. We're going to bring on Tremoni for him. Sarek to Sinkshire. Long pass towards Helio, who was sitting between the 2 defenders. One touches it right over Traore. He literally sticks his left foot out and just redirects the ball. That was well done. Robert on the throne to Fakir. Robert in the box, takes the shot. Van Berkel's right there. Sarek. Dispossessed. Joku to Robert. Tremoni gets in the way, but Joku gets it back. Vallejo. Dispossessed by Cesar. Rounds the keeper, puts it. Oh my gosh. Oh, this kid. What have I stopped? What have I stumbled upon? Bettis on the throne. Fakir. Oh, wide open on the left. Takes a shot, but he pushes it right. Nunez is at 71%, so we are going to take him off and bring on Della Vibora. Sirak's on with the yellow, but I think we're okay. Joku with the ball. Out to Luis on the left. He holds it up to Henrique. Back to Luis. Back to Henrique. Centers it to Joku. Ball's tapped back and forth. Suarez ends up with it. Burkle, a very nice stop. Up to Tremoni. Back to Sirak. He sends it to Lukeba. Up to St. Jair. Over to Sirak. Back to Lukeba. All the way back to Van Berkel. Holy cow, are they pressing. Sirak. St. Jair. One touches it up to Tremoni. Long pass. Cesar between the defenders. And Vandro, a very nice save. Vallejo picks up the ball and just lumps it forward. Fakir. Oh, and they break up the clean sheet with a late goal. No, I don't want to see this. Let's get it back. Della Vibora sends it in. Lukeba's there, but I think he was offsides. Messick to Cesar, who was between the defenders. Oh, takes the shot, but it goes right at Vandro. Cesar, corner kick in. Traore, nope, headed away by Polacco. Luis has it. Driving forward. Oh, De La Vibora gets in front of him. That was nice. Suarez with the ball. Up to Arjau. Doesn't have a lot of help yet, but he drives forward, tries to do it all himself, and he can't. Burkle with a nice stop. Gagliardini. Over to Luis. Out to Arjau. One touches it to Rios. He's in the box, tries crossing in, but he bounces it off a high player. Tremoni ends up with the ball. He lumps it forward to Cesar. He tries passing it to Traore, but Polacco stepped in front of it. Cesar gets the ball back, though. Tremoni holds it up, crosses it in, knocked away. Traore with the ball. Over to De La Vibora. Traore. Oh, off the crossbar. Another long shot, saved by the equipment. Sirak to Lukeba. All the way back to Van Berkel. Messick. De La Vibora, and that is the game. Wow, 26 shots, 15 on target. That was a well-played game. Brace of goals by Traore. Brace of goals by Cesar. That looks like the beginning of a very good strike partnership. And we are in the 4th round of the Copa del Rey. And as the quick eye can see there, we'll get to that here in a minute. Now, Bacardi was in the last year of his contract. I went to him to re-sign him. I offered him squad player. He wanted important player. He also wanted like 37,500 euros. I just wasn't going to pay that. I put him out there expecting him to get picked up on a free. Instead, Zenit decided to pay 2.72 million euros for him to get him on their roster right away. So he's been a really good player for us. And while I am a little sad to see him go, the fact of the matter is he's dropped off in ability, especially with some of the technicals. I mean, physically, he's got another couple of good years left in him. And I wanted him to be a squad player, and he didn't want to be a squad player. And with 6 months left, and him and us rather having the impasse over the contract, it made sense to try and get as much money for him as I could. So he comes to us for 525,000 euros. We move him for 2.7. He had a really good career for us. I think if I go back a page, 24 goals in 72 appearances. He's been a really good player. And frankly, if you're looking for somebody who can play both sides of the midfield in either one of the midfield or advanced midfield positions, he's a good pickup. He's solid. He's not spectacular, but he's solid. And sometimes that's all you need. That's what we needed to get out of La Liga 2. That's what we needed to stay in La Liga. I think if we hadn't signed him, we would have had a lot harder time finishing where we did our first season in La Liga. So, a solid pickup, and available for fairly cheap. I mean, 525,000 euros. I suspect you might be able to get him for less. I was not exactly desperate, but I was willing to pay a little bit extra to get him at the time. So, we're getting to the draw here. And then you might be able to see it here. Kusera, who's a youth player I brought on for under 19 depth, is going to something Vlasim. See, this is what I'm talking about. He's unhappy here. My client has no interest in joining Deportivo La Coruña, but is willing to talk. And they're walking. No, I'm not taking 1.7. I'm not taking 2.3. Not for him. He's definitely worth more than that. Okay, I keep trying to get a loan offer for Fernandez. I think my loan manager may be a bit too literal on what I want for my loan players. I set that up as part of the backroom thing. You can set like your minimum requirements for loans and stuff like that. And anytime anything has come remotely, even deals that are remotely close to it, he is outright rejected. So as a result, I've got a very good youth player I picked up as part of the youth intake. Well, the youth scouting thing I did, where I went out and I brought in all those players on trial and whatnot. I paid a little money to bring them in the summer transfer window. So I've got this youth player here who's really, really good, Roberto Fernandez, 16 years old, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, 16 years old. And he wants to go out on loan. And I'm trying, you know what? I wonder. If I can't. Maybe I can send him to one of my affiliates. I'll send him to Terrassa. 4th round draws today. We'll see what happens with the Fernandez thing. Malaga is playing Atletico. Getafe. We're playing Getafe. Nuts. The game always pauses right, at least for me, the game pauses just a little bit when your team comes up. Cordoba is playing Barcelona. Alacorn is playing Atletico. Or Athletic Club, rather. Bilbao. Zaragoza is playing Valencia. Granada is playing Madrid. Villarreal is playing Cadiz. Sporting is playing, the last team, Sevilla. Cordoba is playing Barcelona. We got Getafe. Why can't we get Cordoba? Cordoba's still in the group. They went up. They went up. They come back down. Went up and came back down. Okay. The Atletico match was rearranged. When are we playing Cordoba or Getafe? In a week. Yeah, we can come back for that. We'll be back with that match in just a bit. We'll play Atletico offline here. We'll see how that goes. Well, today it is the 4th round of the Copa del Rey. We are at Getafe, and we are playing our 4-2-4. Van Berkel in goal, Mahmoud, Lukeba, Mace, and Nunez as the defensive back four. Singshire and Matashak as the midfielders. Salinas and Tremoni as the attacking midfielders. Cesar, Helio, and Smokovic up top as the strikers. Traore did not have the best game last game, so we're giving him a rest. The only other player I am sort of worried about is Salinas. He's just coming off an injury. I thought about getting a loan player in to help me out in the advanced midfield position, and I realized I've got a couple good young players right there. Plus, De La Vabora can play up there on the left. Kusarela driving forward. Mahmoud knocks it away. Singshire, well, gives it right back to Guidi. Karambari, Maksimovic. Holy cow, that's a huge field. Kusarela crosses it in. That was a nice pass. Look at the state of that ground. Look at all the slow spots. Well, Van Berkel did everything he could. Sometimes you just can't do it all. Yeah, Salinas is going to come have to call. Yeah, Salinas is going to have to come off at the half. Radu sends it forward. Salinas runs it down. Gives it away to Lukeba. Over to Mace. Up in space, but goes right to Costas. Maksimovic. Vega. Back to Maksimovic. Arambari to Vega. Maksimovic up to Guidi. Back to Vega, out to Tapia, all alone on the right. Back to Guidi. Oh, off the post. Dodged a bullet there. Costas with the free kick to Arambari. He sends it back to Costas, who sends it to Radu. Arambari. Out to Guidi. Tapia. Guidi. Dispossessed by Singshire, but the ball is going to go to Kusevic. Back to Radu. Kodasang heads it down to Gallo. That was a nice play. Gallo between the defenders and forced to take the shot and pushes it wide right. Cesar, corner kick in. Knocked away. Maksimovic has it. Bangs it forward to Kodasang. Cuts inside. And he's going to be fouled. Son of a gun. You know what? We'll bring Sirac on for Salinas. Bring him back to the left. We'll get Tremonti off. Bring on Andrade. And he will play the attacking midfielder. And we'll play a 3-3-2. Singshire takes the ball away, sends it up to Smokovic. Gets between the defenders. He's got help, but he's not going to take it. He's going to try and round Radu, but instead, one of the Getafe players sticks his foot out and redirects it. Smokovic with the corner kick. And Radu, a very nice save. Kusarela with the throw-in for Getafe. Maksimovic. Kusarela. Back to Maksimovic. Oh, almost dispossessed by Andrade. Instead, he crosses it in. Tapia's there, centers it to Gallo, knocked away. Maksimovic, Matashak has it rather, gives it away to Guidi. He tried clearing it, went right to Guidi. Tapia gets the errant ball. Back to Maksimovic, all the way up to Kusarela. He bounces it off Nunez. He's going to run. Is he going to run it down? Yeah, because the ground's so wet, it slowed the ball up. Matashak up to Smokovic, who got behind the defenders. Is he going to pass it? No, he's going to take the shot and push it wide left. I can't blame him for that. It was a decent opportunity. Cesar off the throw-in to Majashak. Back to Lukeba. Why would you do that? You had frickin' Sarek all alone on the left there. Instead, Van Berkel's going to give it away. Kodasang. And that was a heck of an errant shot. We are going to get Nunez off and bring on Della Vibora. Tapia. Oh, curls it wide. I was a little worried there. Van Berkel didn't even move. At least it looked like he didn't move. Free kick. Guidi sends it in. Kusevic. Oh, bangs around the box before Gallo finally kicks it out of bounds. Van Berkel to Mace. Majashak centers it to Andrade. Up to Smokovic, who almost loses it, holds it up, and he does lose it. Perez with the ball, back to Radu. Up to Kusevic. Tapia to Arambari. Cesar somehow ends up with the ball. I was too busy changing, and he takes the shot right at Radu. 10 minutes left, going to the very attacking. I just did a shout. And the guys are, we'll encourage them the last 3 minutes of the game. See if we can't get something here. Cusarella up into space. Gallo, how is it not offsides? Van Berkel, a nice save. 3 minutes of extra time. And Van Berkel, a very nice stop there. In traffic, no less. Come on, guys. One last highlight. That's all we need. And we're not going to get it. Mahmoud getting set off in the 40th minute really screwed us. Guidi scored in the 19th minute. We had our chances after that. We had 15 shots, 7 on target, and then we had 6 shots in the second half. That is frustrating. Getafe is a solid squad, but still. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to wrap up the transfer window here, and we'll bring that back next episode. Then, of course, we got Getafe coming up after that. What do we want to do here? Well, we don't have any... We're not in continental football yet. We're not in European football. Well, we're not in European football. We're out of the Copa del Rey. I think what we're going to do is take a great leap forward and come back for Espanyol Malaga. And then after Espanyol Malaga, come back for Real Madrid Cadiz. Unless something happens between Espanyol and Malaga to where we have to start, I don't think anything's going to happen. We're in a decent position. We're challenging for European football. I'm happy if we finish 9th or above. So we are definitely not in a relegation battle. We're 12 points out of first place, so I'm not even worried about that. If we finish in 7th place, we get European football, whatever the European conference is. I'm not totally up to speed on that. I'll be honest with you. I've been playing Football Manager the better part of 4 years now, and I've never heard of that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a big chunk between games and come back for Espanyol Malaga. So a solid win against Betis. Gilio Cesar looks like the real deal. A decent draw against Atletico, which kept us near the top of the table, and then Mahmoud got sent off against Getafe, and that absolutely rogered us. So I really thought we'd go a little bit further. Instead, we're sitting on the sidelines. Now we can concentrate on the league and our top half finish. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM20. I thank you for watching.